I'll be right back. Hey, Jeff. We got a little bit of a different live stream going on here. Even using a different camera today. Hey, Shane. Good morning. Good morning. First off, I'm just going to turn on a light so we can actually see what I'm pointing at. So I can give a shout out to my sister-in-law who sent me a gift. She knows, obviously, I like the metal things. So, she has a great fondness for angels because her mother had a great fondness for angels. So, as a matter of fact, she named her son Angel. And she sent me this beautiful metal angel. So I thought I'd share that with everybody this morning. And just give her a shout out and a big thank you. I got to find a good place to put it in here that it won't tip over and get crushed somehow, because it is a sheet metal of some sort. I'm not going to try and spark test it or anything to try and figure out what kind of sheet metal. But with that, we're going to change gears here today. We are not doing any forging today. Instead, we're going to get rid of this old and busted forge, propane forge. I got two big propane tanks out the back side of the Smithy here that have sat in disuse for the last year because I've gotten such great use out of this coal forge. But there are times when I actually want to, move a little faster, not sit there and wait for things to heat up and by turning the crank, and not worry about things getting burned up either. So a propane forge is great for that. And so we're going to switch over to this view and start unboxing something that we have to build. I'm going to clean off the area that it's going to end up sitting in. So my son's going to help me out today. Whoa. Say hi, Jared.
Hi.
And yes, I did go ahead and buy myself a Vivor, but I did not buy the one that everybody was reviewing, mainly because, as Roy said, it would be nice if the thing came with like this, rather than the rubber hose fuel line that typically we're coming with. It'd be nice if it came with the what is it? Stainless steel stranded wrapped fuel line as part of it. And then while I was at it, instead of the square, go ahead and keep pulling it out, Jared. Instead of the square openings, I saw that they had one here that was triangular. Grab it by the handle, the actual handle. There's a handle.
Right. Actual handle. I got it. Can't see through the plastic that well.
I saw it from way over here.
You can.
But I will say that the reviews that they did helped me make the decision that this was worth getting. It is a superior product to the one that I had previously, which was a Devil's Forge forge. And why is it better? Well, number of ways. Number one, the price is quite reasonable. Number two, it comes with refractory cement. I am shocked that it comes with refractory cement. I still have a bag that I used to line this one with, so I'm really surprised about that. Three, the other one, again, came with not only plastic hose, but it didn't even have fittings. Instead, it was a clamp-on situation, and so I'll take you and pull you over to, I can't lose that, pull you over to my other forge, where I can show you the upgrades I gave this thing over time. I never sat on my laurels regarding this forge. So I need a new trash bucket out here. Let's go ahead and use this as a trash bucket today, and we'll empty it and bring it back out again. Trash bucket. Those are not trash. But, well, actually, we could have used the box. Just move that to the box. And
Yeah.
So, things I learned along the way. Number one, fire brick is good. Fire brick isn't, doesn't mean it is a, it'll insulate everything to prevent burning. But it's pretty darn good. You need to have a couple more layers, an extra layer more than I had originally, and I'll demonstrate here in a minute. But first, let's just backtrack to where I was actually going, and that was to get to this. So, let me get it on camera so you can see it. Here we go. This is the forge burners it came with. You can see they are not at all serviceable. If I'm to replace one, I have to replace both, or I have to break out a cut-off wheel and start cutting away. These are run through and I think brazed into place. So it's just not the greatest of designs. And what ended up happening is one of these stopped performing well. Basically, the nozzle inside here could have been a MIG tip. I don't know. I can't get in there without cutting it apart to tell. Just stopped putting out fuel consistently. But up here, this was just a straight up. That was it. It was straight up right there, and I had to clamp on the hose. And the hose that I clamped on kept getting too close to the heat and melting and causing little flame in places I didn't anticipate. So we had to do something about that. And one of the things I did was to put on an actual, reverse thread fuel line fitting. Mike helped me with that. My buddy who's supposed to come out here and help me figure out the dynamics of putting in my treadle hammer. Hopefully, one day he sees that I really would like to actually see him again, and he comes for a visit. So yeah, it did have one good thing, and that's that you could turn off one of the burners. But other than that, it was just overall it was pretty cheap. So back to this one. This one comes with 2 burners as well, but the 2 burners are independent. I can actually replace each one of them individually. So that's a big difference right there. It appears these things are also just done differently. I haven't, well, maybe not. We'll see. Yeah, okay, never mind. There's fittings that go into the top here. I see these things, these are not light, cheap things. they're a heavy gauge steel, so that's a good sign. Let's see, what else do we got here? Fire brick. They said that they would send the fire bricks necessary to put at the bottom. We'll go ahead and set this aside. And there's probably a second one in there. Nope, there's more in here than that. Separator. Aha! There's what I was looking for. And look at that. Serviceable jets. So you've got your manifold for, just get it out of the bag so you guys can see it better. It's just, I realized that, you know, there were some things about the other one that I didn't want in the next one. And when I saw these being reviewed, so each burner can be turned on and off independently. That's nice. It even says on there off, on, and off. So whichever way you prefer to have these things work. Oh, there it is. On, off. On, off. Got it. Independent, so that means I can actually replace each of these ports if I need to. They're actually threaded into the fitting, which is what you would expect. They're not just a MIG tip, although clearly they've got a bore that would be similar to a MIG tip. And just eyeballing it, they're clean. So I eyeballed the printer nozzles are the same way, right? So I look at those, and not all the printer nozzles you buy for 3D printers are a nice round bore. So these look like a clean bore. Just like me, a clean bore. Well, most of the time. Sometimes they can become a dirty bore. And what else we got here? Ah, yep. I heard they supplied a paintbrush, even though most people just wipe it on with their gloved hand or with their fingers. Here's the other fire brick to finish out the length. And I think that's all the pieces. Let me just do an inventory here. We got refractory cement. We've got some screws. We've machine screws. We've got the nozzles. We've got the burners. And of course, as I said, a braided fuel line. So steel braided fuel line. And so that means that it would take quite a lot more effort to nick or burn through the fuel line and cause myself some issues. It's also got a gauge on here, so you can actually understand. That was another thing. I ended up having to buy my own gauge because all they had was the adjuster, without knowing, you know, how much fuel am I running through, how much pressure am I dealing with the Devil Forge, that is. So that is the kit, and I think that the thing I got on sale here, I can probably tell you. I got it on sale. Where can I go to see it? Because I don't think I can exit out of this, or else. Will it still work? Does it? Let's find out.
Blurred it.
Huh?
You blurred it.
It blurred it, so you can't see it right now. I'll bring it back in a second. Bazan. There. I got this with a discount for a grand total of oh, it doesn't tell me how much I paid, huh? That's fun. Well, it's 140 bucks. I can't beat you can't beat that with a stick, right? So let's go ahead and hit, there we go. 140 bucks for this kit. And like I said, refractory cement, not just stabilizer, which that's all the other one came with stabilizer. So with that said, now the one thing I will say about the old one versus this new one, and they're about the same size lengthwise, but now I have the height of this is a little bit higher than my old one, and I'll set them side by side here in a second. What was I going to say? Oh, the one thing that's missing from this, I'll just deal with by using fire bricks. I've got plenty of those. And let's get some of this stuff out of the way that we don't need right now. We'll go over here and put it in that kit that I have that one day I'll have put up in the corner to save me trouble. All right. Jared,
Yep.
would you put some water in that and rinse it out? Because we're going to actually need that, I think.
Okay.
Yep, just dump it in, or dunk it in.
Well, you don't want to move it.
Well, you could have dumped it right back in that bucket, too.
Oh, okay.
It wouldn't have hurt.
I didn't know if it would or not.
We don't need clean water in that bucket. It just needs to be water that I can quench in. All right, let me see. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to do. I want to talk just a hair bit more about the old forge setup. So, and you can see, even I'm going to pull you over to where the old forge is. You can see, even on the old forge, did I get it? There we go. I was using fire bricks from time to time to block the holes that are in the door. You need to have exhaust, basically, ports on a propane forge. They burn clean in that you're probably not going to die of carbon monoxide poisoning very fast because propane burns clean. But you still need to have exhaust ports. You oftentimes need to burn, you lean on oxygen to get the, to keep your materials from scaling up too much. And so that's how dragon breath happens, is it gets the rest of the oxygen it needs outside the forge. So, where's that running? Rich is, when they say rich and lean, they're talking about oxygen, right? They're not talking about fuel. Let me move these things out of my way. Jared doesn't know because he doesn't do car talk. Let's see what we got going on here. This is not afternoon. Remind me this afternoon. Yes. Let's see. We got Rob here now. Yeah, fire brick definitely breaks when dropped. Yep, my forge now has a guardian angel. Ben's here. Hey, Ben. You're rich and lean? Nice.
This is true.
All right, so let's go ahead and put this back here where it belongs. We're just going to make the area a little prettier for the moment. It doesn't really actually, I can go right there as a matter of fact. Nobody cares. These are full of dragon snot. I can go back there. I'm going to put Roy's favorite material. I need the decal up here. All right, now we're getting there. That's fuel. That's garbage. That's a striker. Let's see if it still works. It does. All right. See? All right. So I don't forget this, put it in my bag. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. Move that. And that. And that. Fire. Who among us did not watch Beavis and Butthead? All of my mistakes, not that I've made any of those, none at all. Leaves that'll never be leaves. All right, this is cleared off enough. Now I can talk about it. So we're going to move all these fire bricks over to this side. So what I discovered was this thing gets hot. Duh. You know, I know that people think I'm smart. And, you know, in some ways, you know, I have my natural intelligence. And in other ways, sometimes I just get really boneheaded. The boneheaded thing I did here with this, when I first set it up, was I set it up right on the... so this is an ad hoc build that Jared and my other sons helped me put together. I don't think all of them. It was you and Jake, right? Where I just had scrap wood laying around. And so we took that scrap wood, put it all together, and then now it's set up on sawhorses. And, you know, first it was just 2x4s, are these 2x4s? Yeah, these are 1x, I think. Maybe not. Anyway, 2x4, 2x4s, you know, big long ones, some short ones, set it up on the thing. Then I was like, I'd like to have a tool holder. Let's go ahead and put some standoff blocks and a fascia board here. And now I have a tool holder. Beautiful, right? Works exactly as I wanted it to. And then I set up the forge on top of that, and everything was going perfectly fine until one day things got a little bit hotter than I thought. And I'm just going to bring you over to see if it's possible to show you what I'm talking about. So bear with me. Can you see it, Jared?
Yeah.
Do you see that dugout right in there and a little bit of blackening right in there? Yeah, that forge got hot. And I'm pretty sure I even had it on a layer of fire bricks. So the answer to that is I then ad hoc'd this air gap layer. So you can see I added that air gap layer on top of the 2x4s, as well as a platform on top of that, and then I put my air bricks, my bricks, and then I was like, let's give it a little more insulation and put another layer of bricks. So I'm smart enough to learn from my mistakes. Let's say that much. So yeah. Kevin Shane. Ah, okay. I didn't realize Kevin wasn't already here. He's so consistent about being here. Aloha, Kevin. In my shop. Move that and that and that. I started my toolbox, and apparently it gets hot enough to start burning all of the oil and grease. Wait a minute. How does one start a toolbox? Bolted it to a bench grinder stand. Hey, that's not actually a bad idea. But like I said, this was all ad hoc. This was, you know, how can I get started quick and cheap? And yes, I seriously considered doing a dirt box forge. I seriously considered creating not the traditional, I thought about doing a brake drum forge because that's what I knew. Now I understand rotor forge probably work out better. I thought about doing, like I said, dirt box forge because it's even easier and cheaper, right? But I don't have power out here, so a hairdryer didn't seem like a good way to go. I seriously considered creating one of the Asian style bellows, the push bellows. What do they call those? There's a right name for that type of bellows, but it's a very, very efficient bellows mechanism because it's, just like a double chambered bellows, it's always pushing air and doesn't take up as much space as many double chambered bellows. You can get a tan forging. If I tanned, that would be great. Anyway, so this cheap-ass forge from Devil's Forge got me over the hump. And then I discovered the mistakes of trying to work with a propane forge in the winter with a small barbecue tank. The dang tank would freeze up, and then somebody said, "Well, just put it in some water. It won't." No, it actually froze the water it was in. So basically, I then upgraded to one of the 20-pound, I think, is what it's called. No, 40-pound. Anyway, it was the middle-sized one. And that worked fairly well, but it was still possible for me to freeze it when the temperatures got too low. And so I upgraded to a couple of big 100-pounders out there. And why two? Because if you are running in parallel, pulling from both of them at the same time, it's very hard to have the volume go down fast enough for the temperature to drop to the point where they don't work. So that worked great, and then next thing you know, the dang tip plugged and the forge became useless to me without replacing burners, and I wasn't so tickled about this one. Like I said, I did do upgrades. I ended up putting refractory cement through and through here in the door, in both doors. I did leave the and this is Castellite 30 cement. Let me turn it towards you. And it works great, What did I have fire bricks in here? Let me see. I can't remember. I don't know. This was by the time I did the Castellite, I couldn't fit fire bricks in here anymore. But who cares? I had plenty of extra. I could actually reline it again later if I wanted to. And it was working like a champ. I even created a puck to go into the hole for the back door so that when it's closed, all of the Dragon's Breath had to come in the front, maintaining as much heat as possible inside this thing. And preventing, anything burning back behind the forge, aka the plastic shutter here. But this forge is no way portable. It's heavy. It hasn't got a handle, except unless you wanted to carry it by the burners themselves. That's not a good idea. This one's got a handle. I can just set it up here. It's going to work out great right there. We'll go ahead and stack up bricks behind it.
It doesn't have doors?
No. That's one thing this one doesn't have, is it doesn't have doors. We'll stack up bricks behind it, and we'll be good to go. Here, we can even show off the brand. See how long that badge actually stays on there. Anyway, so let's see what the instructions say on this thing. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the mix necessary for the refractory cement. It even says it right on top, 10 to 3. Tap water according to the weight, 10 to 3. So if we have a scale, we do. We'll just go get the scale. We'll put this in there, in the bucket, and weigh it and come back out with it. So go see if Christina will give you the springy. See, there's a problem with that. This is so much easier to do. I know. We'll weigh this on the springy scale, and then we'll weigh some water with the springy scale, and then we put it in the bucket. Okay. So things it says. It tells me all about the various things. The air chock valve. I don't know why they call it an air chock valve. That's actually where the fuel goes in. So that's fascinating. Adjustable air intake, which is the orange sliders on it. Let's just talk about this while we're looking at it. This is, by the way, my birthday present, if people didn't catch that in the title of the show. Wednesday was my 56th. So, yeah, we loosen that. We can place it where we need to control the airflow. That's awesome. It's a good design. I've seen a number of them. This one I have seen before, so that'll work great. Keep an eye on the chat in case anything's interesting to talk about, Jared.
I mean, there is the reason he was talking about his toolbox is that he put his forge on his toolbox.
Oh, got it. Not a good idea. Let's see. But what's funny is the instructions call, and so some things to understand here is, of course, this is Vevor is not an American brand, I don't believe. So there could be some language misses, but they're calling this the air chock valve, and I'm like, no, that's not what it is. Thanks for playing.
What's an air chock valve?
Well, one could call this an air chock valve because it's adjusting the airflow, but it's not a valve. A chock valve is what this is. It's often referred to as a ball valve or a chock valve or a ball chock valve, and that's because there's a ball in there with a hole drilled through, like a ball bearing with a hole drilled through, and you turn it one way and the hole doesn't go through, and you turn it this way and the hole goes through.
Yeah.
And of course, obviously, they've got it so you can go all the way this way. A lot of these only go this way and to the middle, you know, one way or the other. But they wanted to make this. I guess they picked this because you don't know which way blacksmith is going to want to actually use it, right? I know me. This is going to face towards the tanks over there.
Yeah.
With that, as a matter of fact, let's double check that real quick, because I could be very, very sad here in a minute when I realize this doesn't work the way I think it does. But I've got my tanks right there. Let's see if you can see them through there. You can't see them, but trust me, you can barely see it right there. So there's my fuel tanks are on the outside of the smithy, just, you know, good safety. Then I've got this really long, half buried. Jared, would you go out there and help me there? Fuel line that looks like somebody tried to build a dauber's nest in there. We'll end up having to blow that out.
There you go.
Thank you. So this line reaches all the way across the smithy in case I wanted to actually put the forge over there. So doesn't look like that's how we're going to do this, and that's made of brass. It's not going to get hurt from me doing that. All right, let's see if this is right. It looks right, but I could be very sorely disappointed here in a minute. It is not right. So we won't get to use this this fuel line that I had bought, and that's saddening. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Will we? No. Because this fuel, this thread is a right-handed thread, whereas my fuel line is a left-handed fuel line. So we won't be using this long one, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. Might have to move the tanks over just a hair to make this work. Let's find out.
He said they built valves from 1.5 to 12 inches in diameter, and the 12-inch valve went up to the space station.
Oh, wow! Who did that?
Tank.
Shane?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a heck of an achievement. That's got Crow written all over it. Here you go, Jared. Let's see how long this fuel line is, or how disappointed I'm going to be when I can't get my fuel into the smithy. First off, really? It doesn't turn? Nope, it doesn't turn. That's funny. Alright, yep, it's a right-handed thread. But it's also a right-handed fuel line they provide. So I'm not heartbroken on that. The worst thing I could have to do is buy an adapter if I decided I wanted to stick with my original setup. However, through my ghetto situation here, that would sit there. Jared, go outside and grab this from me. And see if it reaches the what I've got on there right now. Ugh. Okay, so we might have to move the tanks over just a hair.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it reaches this.
That's where it has. It has to go where the other one that's the same. See that? See the red one? I think it is. Is it red or black?
This thing.
No.
No, this thing.
No, that connects to the tank, right?
Yeah.
How does it connect?
Yeah.
Does it look like the black one on the end of this?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought. We basically went from. So, got it. Let me come out there and look. It will reach, but I think I'm going to end up probably upgrading something here. We'll see. To fit with my existing configuration rather than what they provide out of the box. But I will say I'm real pleased with what they provide out of the box, because this will hook right up to your whatever propane tank you normally would have. Let me bring back over here. Let me walk out there real quick and take a look. That's what I thought. Okay. Yep. Completely different style because of the tanks I'm using. This is great for your barbecue tanks.
Or one.
Yeah, you know, the tall barbecue tank or whatever, but it's not going to work with my more professional configuration here. That's fine.
Is it on screws?
It's not a matter of screw. Oh, you need this come off?
Does that come off?
It doesn't matter. I'm giving my kid an education real quick here.
Yep.
Here?
Yeah.
And this fit the same?
Yeah.
Well, there's one difference. See this notch in the middle of the fitting?
Yep.
That notch means it's a left-handed screw, whereas this is a right-handed screw.
Got it.
Right-handed. So, fuel lines often are left-handed, not confused with oxygen lines.
Okay.
You keep them. I don't remember which one's which normally, but in this case, for certain, this is a left hand. And the reason that they have those separations is one is left hand, the other is right hand, and the two shall not. You don't cross the streams.
Daniel is here now.
Who's that?
Daniel.
Daniel's here. Hi, Daniel.
They said what no wide world of sports is going on here.
Daniel, we have decided to ask for a birthday gift and receive it of a V4 propane forge. So there it is. I did not get the one that everybody else reviewed, but after reading the reviews and then seeing this one, which is a slightly upgraded model, I went with this model. And one of the upgrades, I won't actually use, it turns out, because of the type of tanks I'm using now. And that is this beautiful braided steel fuel line that it comes with. I might have to find somebody who needs this and give it away, because I don't need it. I probably threw away the bag this is in. See if there's a bigger bag. If not, then this is the bag. But
This one, I think.
okay. Oh yeah, and the twisties. Go ahead and give me the twisties back. You've been playing with the twisties.
Yeah, of course. Untwist them.
Yeah, I'm going to use them.
No, I'm untwisting them.
Okay. Twisty. All right.
Another Daniel is here.
We got Mr. Crawford and Mr. DeBaca. Howdy, howdy. Welcome to the not forging blacksmith live stream. Instead, we're setting up a new forge that I got from my birthday. New. I'm not shilling for them. As in, nobody paid me to say it, but it is a Vevor forge. It is an upgraded model from the one that was sent out to all the actual blacksmiths to review, and they did their job, because this hobbyist saw their reviews and saw the consistency of those reviews and decided, you know what, I'm going to take a look, and lo and behold, there was one that was triangular shaped, so it could handle a little different shape of stuff that I would want to put into it. And it came with the braided steel fuel line that Roy kept saying he wishes it had come with. So there's that one. I'll reach out to Roy, see if I need to send it to him to do one giveaway during one of his live streams if he would want to have it, or find somebody else here who might want it on the live stream. But it turns out I don't need it, because what I do need is to go ahead and buy myself a male to male left to right-handed thread adapter, because my tanks are set up with a left-handed thread and are big ass 100 pounders, I think, and so they're not gonna work with it as is. I have to do some conversion.
Jeff says, I think there may be an adapter that would go on your tank that would make that work. Maybe need to go to a propane company to get it.
Yeah, I know. But honestly, it seems like it would be better to just switch out. I've got a professional, what is the brand name? It's a very well-named Harris, I think. Pressure. Sorry, Smith. This one's. And I've got, I've got the left-handed thread fuel line on it, the long one that goes across my Smithy specifically for my need. So it just seems smarter to switch to go ahead and get a barrel adapter, thread adapter. Of course, Ben says.
I'm being attacked by a 13-year-old Taco Bell dog. Send help.
Yo quiero. Air gas should have an adapter. Are you talking about the tank adapter or the thread adapter?
Charles also says
yeah,
they might have an adapter.
That's what I said. Oh, in your toolbox. Look it in the eyes, Ben, and growl. All right, so the setup of this forge is going to be super easy. The hardest part is putting the refractory on, I think. Okay, so I'm going to continue reading the fine instructions, RTFM, the fine manual. Nothing important there. Oh, I'm only supposed to take it externally. It's only intended for external use. Proper ventilation. Okay, that's great. Forge body, burner, user manual, gas pressure regulator with manometer. Okay. Refractory bricks, air chalk. It's not really air, but okay. Wooden brush and cement. So I have all the things. Let's look down in the hole. Okay, it's a good hole. Pressure control, propane. Install the gas. What, Jared? Is Ben being silly?
It's just the Ben played it. The gig will get bored and go away. Then Ben says she's scary.
So, just hand it a bigger box. It'll go away. Let's see. Install the gas nozzle to the burner. Blah, blah, blah. So much. Really? That's all the instructions?
Yep, that's it. That's all you get.
Troubleshooting instructions. Can't ignite. They don't even tell you about how to put the cement on. That's surprising. All right.
What?
I know it's on the bag.
Yeah.
We're good. I'm just surprised. I mean, it tells you how to operate it. Assemble the burners, both ends of the bridge. Slide the burners into the two openings in the top of the forge. Lock the burners in. Connect the propane hose. Place the fire bricks. Connect the regulator. Ignite. Adjust the flame by regulating the air. Okay, all that sounds great. We're going to put that away now. Just proof once again that really we needn't bother to read instructions.
Growling just mumbled and named John and
All right, well, I think that the next step is just... So one of the things I have been told, and I've not been doing it, is I probably shouldn't be messing around this thing too much without wearing some sort of, face mask. I'm 56 years old. I haven't listened to good advice my whole life, so here's where I am. Go ahead and get that out of the way.
Is it one or two burners?
Two.
Yeah.
Yep, two burners. And from experience, most of the time, I'll probably only use one of them.
I said to say hose slower for you. Ben.
Say hose?
Yeah, slower.
Hose.
I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm just doing anything.
Yeah, it's
it's what Daniel.
Huh?
Daniel said. Exactly what they said.
Thanks, Daniel.
Same exact thing.
All right, that's actually clean, so I don't need to worry about that. Okay. All right, Jared, you know what? Because I am actually going to be touching this stuff a lot, I think I should go get a face mask.
You don't think we have one in the barn?
Wait, maybe. Let's go ahead and just sit that right there. Because I think the next step... All right, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go back to the house. I'm going to tell you in a second. I'm going to hang out here, just chat with the...
Is that a welding table that the forge is setting up?
I have gloves. I have no masks. My respirator kind of mask, I think, is lost in the garage. Okay. Go grab you. So get a mask and ask Christina to, both of these things are, you might have, you probably have to take your boots off if Christina's not there, but a mask and the scale, the white scale that isn't electronic.
Okay.
And, I don't know, a Tupperware type bowl? Do we have any? Plastic bowl? It doesn't have to be big. I'm just going to be using it for weighing. Okay. All right. I'm going to come over here and join the live stream. And we'll go ahead and switch to this, because everybody loves this. Right? hazmat suit. I don't think I need to go that far. Hi, Thomas. Scrolling back. All right. No, it is not a welding table. It's just a portable work table. CAD class is going well. I'm glad to hear it. Can't wait to see what kind of things you draft up. In my steampunk Batman suit? Yeah, no. I will say, I have, the superhero, especially Batman, but Batman, Iron Man, those suits are so restrictive. I have a hard time moving to begin with, but then you put that thing on. Mine's not actually all that bad either. It doesn't have any armor. I told you, anvils are a lot more effort than I gave them credit for when I first started trying to draft up my Trenton here. It's like, especially because the horn isn't round, and not on a Trenton anyway. I don't know about everybody else's. I can say that Mr. Steele was very picky about his anvils because he wanted to be able to make the horn round and with very a conical shape so that you'd have various fullering. Whereas if you look at here, and I can show you here, this one you can see it's a larger radius, and it gets smaller and smaller as it goes out to the tip. It isn't a true cone, I don't believe. If I look at it from this angle. Yeah, actually, it might be. It very well might be a true cone. I do remember him saying something about putting it on like a rotisserie to do that. Whereas if you look at the old Trenton here, it's, let's see, there we go. It's practically flat going out here. So, the figuring out how to draw that up accurately, that was not going to be easy. That reminds me, Thomas, I'm looking at this now, and the answer is, I could shift it back because of the way I have it mounted. It is possible. But what I probably really need is just a bigger stump. Or a level floor. Dirt floor, shifts every time the trains go by, and it's all wet. So who knows? Yeah, yours is for horseshoes and scroll work. Is that what you're saying, Daniel? Perfect. That's okay. Where did
Christina said she used the spring, this scale, so don't get it dirty.
We're getting it dirty. We'll wash it off.
Yeah.
We're not getting it dirty though. I wonder why she uses this one instead of the other one.
She says it's more accurate, I guess.
No. There's no way. Well, it isn't like it's no way, but I have a hard time believing it. Anyway. Personal preference, it's all good. Nope. This. Do we have another bucket? Yes, the blue bucket. Would you go fill the blue bucket up with water, please? Because we do need clean water for this, I think. Okay. All right, I'll take that. Where did you find this?
It was just out there.
Okay, perfect. You don't need to fill the blue bucket up. It just, half full is probably more than enough. Because it's by weight. All right, we now have our ladle. Ladle, ladle, ladle. All right. What do we have here? We have roughly 5 pounds of refractory cement, which means I need a ratio of 10 to 3. Well, it would be nice if they told me if they meant for me to put 10 of water to 3 of cement, or 10 of cement to 3 of water. We're going to do, we're going to see what 1.5 pounds of water looks like before we figure that out. That's tricky. I really do think it's 10 to 3, 10 of water to 3 of cement, but this is 5 pounds of cement, so kind of hard to do the math on that. 5 to 1.5 sounds better. So we'll see what 1.5 pounds of water looks like, and then go from there. Scrolling back, arc tool. But we haven't went over that yet in the class, so I'm self-teaching. That's right, you're the best. You're my rock, Ben? You know what? I love the fact that you're very self-motivated, Thomas. Holland Anvil was a prototype, so the nose on the cone was snubbed off. So I bought their Hardy Hole cone mandrel. This one's got a bit of a snub. I mean, I guess all of them have just a tiny snub, but yours, I'm guessing, must be much more of a snub than mine. The old horns were more for horseshoes than for scrolling and smith work in general. That's why so many Hardy pick irons were made. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot more sense then. 3 pounds of water is less than half a gallon. Yes, that makes sense. It's 5 pounds. Isn't it 5? Is it less than half a gallon or more? I thought it was 5 pounds per gallon. Cup and a half would be 1.5 pounds. Okay. And does that sound like the right amount to mix with refractory cement? Or is it the other way around, do you think? It says 10 to 3. It's 10 to 3. Go do that math with a 5 pound bag of cement. Eight ounces, 8 pounds per gallon, 8 pounds per gallon. Okay, thank you. I've forgotten that. I don't think that we're talking about a whole gallon of water though for this. So I could be wrong. Maybe it is a gallon that goes with this cement, but I doubt it. Three cups of water seems reasonable in my mind. Because I remember the thickness that I used when I did the other one, but this may not be quite the same material. I don't know what cement they're using. Mine was absolutely Castilite that I went and got at a pottery supply store for kilns and such. Thank you, Jared. That's probably way, way, way more water, it turns out, than we need.
Okay.
So let's just take a look real quick. They're suggesting that all I'm going to need is about, you can mix a gallon of water to that, but the results would suck. Yeah, that's what I thought. So we're probably talking about a cup and a half of water. Yeah. A little more than that. Not a lot more though. There we go. That's about the amount. That's what it looks like should be the right amount. Let's go ahead and just dump that right into this bucket.
For all of it?
Yep.
Wow.
Because it says 10 to 3. And they're saying that if I were to go, this is a 5-pound bag.
Yeah.
Right? So to do 3, right, that'd be kind of crazy, because that means it would be something like 10, like 15, almost 15 pounds of water. That was just a pound and a half right there.
Yeah.
15 pounds is 2 gallons.
Yeah.
2 gallons with this would be way too much, I think.
Yeah.
So let's go with that for now. We can always add water to get it to the consistency we like. I mean, I realize they give us a paintbrush to put it on.
Put it all in, go big or go home.
That had to be Ben.
Yeah. You're not wrong. And then 2 wet cement could cause major cracking. Yeah,
There you go.
makes sense.
Things we don't want.
And then spalling?
Spalling. Spalling, is that where the water kind of gets trapped in there and bakes out? I don't know what spalling is off the top of my head. We're going to go ahead and do some setting aside of things. The ring came off. The watch came off. Rubber gloves are going on. The rubber gloves are just because it'll be easier than trying to get this off my hands any other way.
Do you have
The masks are
right
there. Give me one of those. Though I won't need it right until I start patting the nasty stuff inside. Although I've heard that this stuff isn't as horrible. The stuff that they use, I think they said isn't as bad.
Adding more is easier than taking away.
Yep, adding more water is easier than taking it away. Absolutely. My thoughts exactly.
The cement pops off.
The cement pops off. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, I can't believe I left it in that condition. That sucks.
Yeah.
I left a knife with gunk on it. It'll clean off easily enough, but I should have sprayed it or something, because now it's got gunk on it. Oh, I knew I forgot something out.
You received 100 messages today.
That's because my crowd likes to chit chat, and I love it.
When the surface flakes away.
Ah,
That's
yeah,
spalling.
that's spalding. Okay. I thought it was something like that, and the cause is too thin, and or moisture gets trapped in there. Don't stab yourself, Jack.
Yeah, we don't want that.
It's not good for the fingers.
What Dan said. Did you think this set up a stir cam?
What? A stir cam.
It said roll.
That's what I could put on the GoPro, right? They've got funny mounts for everything. A little wet sanding on my knife to get this surface rust off, because it bugs me.
So they don't suggest to use rigidized on the tile wool?
No, they don't. I know. I'm surprised too.
I did not know the lingo.
They don't talk about using. They don't provide any rigidizer and don't recommend putting it on there. According to what I remember that both Roy and John talked about that and said it wasn't necessary. They also said that this was not KO wool, but the new stuff that isn't as bad for us to breathe. Not that we should breathe it. Thus, I'm wearing the mask.
Salt on new concrete will do that also.
Ah, there we go. Got off that surface rust. I'm much happier now. Not that it mattered. It probably didn't matter at all. But I'm happier, and that's what matters.
Roy who?
Huh?
Ben said Roy who.
Oh. Oh, I hear some unlikable guy. That's who.
Some unlikable.
Rants a lot. We should call him Sir Rants a lot. That's Sir Rants a lot to you.
I understand now. Sorry. Is he that singing cowboy? I'm bringing that back.
Wow.
Flux.
Was that Ben?
Yes.
I didn't know you were old enough, Ben, to know about the singing cowboy.
No, singing cowboy was Daniel.
Oh, okay. Daniel's old enough.
Or Tabaka.
Yeah, that's Daniel.
Yeah. Well, there's two of them.
I know.
That one, the other one said flux, flux, flux.
Well, that's because that's how you get him to show up. Oh, well, this is interesting. Didn't expect that. Now I really have to open it all the way up. Can they see me? No, they can't see me,
No.
can they?
Well,
Let's fix
kinda.
that. No, they can't. Let's go to that. There we go. I didn't realize it, but I'll grab my knife again. My itty bitty knife. It's a Ben knife.
Oh, the rant guy.
It's a Ben sword right here.
Ben Roy is the guy who hired a hand model to get views on his YouTube channel.
Right? The hand model, by the way, is...
No, he's Comrade Firejet.
the hand model is Thomas.
Oh. Hired a hand model.
All right.
I'm 47, so close, little Ben said that.
Did not understand that...
Oh, it's a bag in a bag.
That it was a bag in a bag. They really like their bags. They liked it so much that they put a bag in a
Torn out
bag.
the bag at the bottom.
Yep, I see it. There's that. All right. So, let's cut that bag open. And that might be the reason for the bag in the bag.
And that hand model is here.
Yep. What a fine hand model he is.
And does that mean they just have their camera pointed at their hands?
Yeah.
Got it.
At times.
Okay. Ben said, I have one and it's sexy.
I'm sorry, he has a what? Hand model?
I think so.
Okay. I have things I can stir with. Which thing do I want to stir with? You know what I have? I have all of this material over here.
Well, just
That'll stir just fine. Hey, look. It's a rake. It's a stirring thing.
It's a weirdly shaped crowbar.
Really, this mask isn't doing me any favors right now.
Emoji, I don't know how to read the emojis. The kissing one.
Who's kissing me?
No, Ben. Probably too. The other Daniel.
All right.
Lol, just lol. Him.
It is now stirred. Now it's going to get hand stirred.
Make sure to roll up your sleeves.
Ah. It washes off real easy right now. It takes a little while for it to set.
They were prepping for an evening little double bag.
Who? Oh yeah,
Thomas.
double bagged.
Ben works works hard to keep the 6 down. Does the burner tube go in before the factory dries?
I think it wouldn't be a bad idea to do that. It didn't. There were absolutely no instructions. Just as far as that kind of instruction goes, the only instruction that I saw. Oh yeah, and if I had put any more water in this, it would be awful. So I'm going to bring it to show you guys the consistency of this goop. Can they see me?
Yeah.
You see this? That might have already been too much water.
Ben says he only hires left-handed models.
That's. Well, we have a paintbrush. That's probably why they gave a paintbrush.
Yeah. Well, didn't it say it has to sit for like 12 hours?
Yes, it sits in the thing for 12 hours.
And then you apply the blanket, wait 12 hours before putting it to use.
Yeah.
Got it.
But it's got the right stuff in it. I can feel the grit.
I guess Ben could hire me for a model.
Yeah, I mean Jared's left-handed, Ben. So, but you say you already have a hand model, so.
That's way too thin.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Rosie.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do about it either.
Rosie. What are you doing?
Jared.
Yeah.
Go see if the Castellite bag in the back of the garage is a rock.
Is it rock?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because humidity can do that.
Okay, go check. Well, if Rosie would get out of the way.
Out of the way. Out of the way.
Thank you.
If it's not a rock, find something to bring me a cupful.
Okay.
Or even bigger than a cupful. We'll try to thicken it up. I will say, the stuff seemed thin when I watched them put it on too, but even for me that seems too thin. So, can't see with the dang mask on. I'll let him know he's hired, Ben. Oh, I forgot all about that, Ben. Oh, that's quite funny. The humor is way more than I thought. Yeah, that's slurry consistency. It seems real wrong to me, too. How big are my hand? Switch to this. You only want young hands, right, Ben? So, if anybody is a gamer in this group and they happen to have paid attention to a studio called Devolver, then they would know about a character that they claim has been around for forever called Handy. And if you don't know about it, Ben, you need to look it up because you need to get one of their t-shirts. My son got one. It's hilarious. Ben, you tell her you don't need to go looking at any other hands for comparison. Just take my word for it, right? You can trust him. Watch it, Thomas. Talking about ambidextrous, that's ableism. Ben won't take kindly to that. Well, I mean, in some realms it does, Rob, but in this case, you probably wouldn't know who Devolver was by just playing solitaire. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, it was not called Andy, it was called Volby. That's what it is, Volby. D-O-L-V-Y. But, when you see a picture of it, you'll understand why I said what I did. So I need to find Volby.
If I was looking at the right thing, they're both hard as a rock and stuck to the ground.
Okay. That stinks.
Yeah. Humidity. Volby.
So, Jared,
What about Volby?
the reason Ben needed a left-handed hand model is he doesn't have one.
Oh.
I forgot about that.
I didn't have one.
But I now have to do this because it's too funny not to share.
What?
Let's see if I can do this right. Sources. This one. Where'd it go? There it is. This one. And then Safari. Where's Safari? You see Safari? Alright, there it is.
Volby.
There you go, my friendly fans. The big left hand. It's exactly what you need, Ben. He's like the counterpart to you. It's like your mirror image.
I'm surprised you don't use studio mode.
What's studio mode?
It allows you to edit slides before you show them.
I don't even know how to do that. You'll have to teach me.
Yours looks slightly different. It might be just because
Are
you're
you
on
using?
Mac.
Are you using?
It's not a plugin.
No. Are you using? Are you using OBS or are you using?
OBS.
Okay. Then it's there. It's just you have to help me understand how to do it.
Usually I have 3 buttons down here that are like start stream, start recording. Oh, right there. And then there's studio mode.
I don't know what that is.
If you click on it, it should just work.
I'm afraid it'll break something.
It won't break anything.
I'm afraid it'll break something.
It won't. Ta-da.
Oh, cool.
And you can edit here, and then when you want to, you can transition or cut to it
Oh,
here.
cool. cool. Huh. I'll remember that.
Yeah, it's very good for if you want to put something on, but you don't know if you're gonna show something else before you put it on.
I was afeared.
Yeah.
Right.
Calling the president right now? Why is he calling the president? He's out eating ice cream. Yeah, no, I would think so. You gotta get that ice cream truck. Train. Till I get to the farm. I think, well, for now,
Enjoy the lurking there, Thomas.
Yeah.
We're just sitting around having fun today, looking at what kind of mistakes I'm making.
That's how you Karen stuff done. Oh, yeah. We've seen Andy now. God, I look weird. If you touch that button, poof.
See?
But see, you would do that, and now you have to hit transition. But you would want to only turn on studio mode if you're going to change something on your screen.
That's cool.
Other than that, you could just go back to this.
You have to actual click.
Oh, actual click. You don't do tap.
No, I hate tap.
And then you can just do it normally with your button.
Okay. Cool to know.
Yeah. I usually keep it in streamer mode because
studio mode. I understand why I was so feared.
Because I have that big monitor, and so I just put it on the big monitor, and everything looks big. And then I also learned you're not going to be able to see them, but actually you can.
Right click is by doing this.
Well, you do that. You can full screen it by doing that.
Now, again,
you can't tap.
Yeah,
and
but
then
that's the problem. I don't ever need full screen.
Yeah, I know, but if you ever did, that's how you do it.
Okay.
I use full screen because I put the game on one window, I full screen the one, and play it full screen on there.
Yeah.
So that I can see people talk.
Yeah.
Because if I don't, I'll miss people
having
talking.
Two screens would be useful.
Yeah.
I'll admit that.
Yeah.
I have been considering, how could I do it? But I already learned yesterday. Leave electronics out here, you're going to end up with dog. We're using my iPhone as my camera today. This camera here.
Could you put it in there?
Because because I accidentally left my camera out on the tripod over the course of the last week, the rainiest week we've had all year.
Wouldn't... It's Jared with an E. But yeah, looks like my son-in-law. What was it? Yeah, you could store it in there, and then your iPhone isn't your iPhone just as good as that camera now? Shouldn't the iPhone 15 have that good of a camera?
It is.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's a damn good camera. I just was afraid of trying to use it while I'm also using it as my streaming device.
Yeah.
So, but it works.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it would. Jeff, I'm going to check that in a minute. Daniel, I was thinking about doing that. Just go ahead and apply it as is. Worst can happen is, like you said, I'll end up having to put a better refractory on there later. Because yes, you're right. It's very thin.
You know, Jack was old and didn't do this kind of stuff.
Jared never actually showed me anything I've done up to this date. That's the first thing he showed me here. So,
Which one? What?
The fact that studio mode.
Oh.
I'm guessing, is that Baldini? Because who else would come on here and give me crap over an iPhone?
iPhone. Yeah, iPhone sucks. I don't know. I got an Android that's dead.
Yeah, your Android's dead. So
shut up.
Talk.
Hey, I have an S10 and it's still alive. You're on a 15.
Does yours have wireless charging?
Yeah.
We'll put it on here.
Oh, yeah, sure. Give me a second. Oh, no, I have to take it out of the case. I don't like taking it out of the case.
Okay, well.
I'll deal with it.
Tough cookie.
You don't have like an extra Type-C?
I'm going to check here in a second, though, Jeff, to see if this thing's getting any thicker. I doubt it, especially because it's cold out here. It's not like anything's going to evaporate right now with the humidity and the cold. I mean, it's not cold, obviously. Actually, for me, this is practically shorts weather. It's lovely out here, but...
I mean, I am in a short sleeve shirt. Cat's over here. Hi, Tigger.
Yep.
You gonna come on camera?
So it is Mike. So Mike, I've been talking shit about you because I keep wanting you to come over here so we can talk about the whole new arrangement I've made in here. Jared and I rearranged this Smithy just so we could have you come over, look at it, and tell me it's shit. Because it's where I think I want my treadle hammer to go. But no, you're too busy to ever come visit your friends. Well, I mean, you probably visit your other friends, but just not this friend, you know.
Tigger, come here. Get on the camera.
You know what? I'm not disagreeing, Shane. The Samsungs are gorgeous. It's just once you've got enough of the various Apple ecosystem in your environment, it makes a lot more sense to work with the iPhone than it does with an Android. And I know because I've done both for both. I worked at Google. And I enjoyed my Androids. I just found that the having the whole ecosystem made a lot more sense.
We have our outdoor cat, who I'm going to put down before they get mad.
All right, let me get some more gloves and check to see if this is getting any thicker. Otherwise, I'm just going to apply it.
Yep. Pure silica sand would work, but not playground sand.
Oh, you mean as thickener?
Probably.
Ask him.
Sand. Do you mean it as thickener? No, one did say that putting it in enough Apple ecosystem in your environment equals I'm in a cult.
I'm in a cult.
Murder mittens. They're walking around. I think that would work if you added the same plaster.
The amount of plaster of Paris. They're talking about homemade rigidizers. I mean, not rigidizers, sorry, homemade refractory cements. I've got a store I can go to buy it. The problem is I ended up having to buy a big old 50-pound bag of the crap, not knowing exactly how much I would need at the time.
Daniel's suggesting sane sand, nothing sane here.
Who said anything about building a forge from scratch?
Forge from scratch? Yeah, no, what? Build a forge from scratch.
All right. Is it getting any thicker?
Buy those Crawford.
If I could actually drain off the surface, yeah, it actually did seem to thicken up a bit, but not enough. Not nearly enough.
Not plaster of Paris, bad stuff for heat. But Ben did ask where you buy the Crawfords.
Huh?
The Crawfords.
The Crawfords? What?
They said, where do you buy those Crawford?
Oh, he's asking Crawford where to buy stuff. Crawford, Daniel.
I couldn't tell. I didn't know if he was asking where to buy the thing or not. Sorry.
All right.
Refractory.
I mean, it is going to go on pretty neat.
Cat.
And it does look about like what they said, what it looked like when I saw them painted on.
Oh, I see.
And they did say it came with way more than was needed.
Could you set a towel on top to soak up some water?
I don't think it's going to be necessary. Seeing how it's going on, I don't think it's going to be necessary.
The cat's chasing their tail.
All right.
I'll get to know you eventually. I mean, I've seen
crap.
certain things. Oh, drop some. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, there's way more than is necessary, though. I'm more worried about the fact that it's all over my table. All right.
Mitten's low, and I'm allergic.
All right. Screw the paintbrush. I don't care for it. No, sir. Don't like it.
You don't know about murder mittens, Ben? Have you no cats? Oh, that allergic. Kitty litter can be used to make Forge's tool.
I mean, they're not wrong. I don't know if it's a good idea, but they're not wrong.
He's not used to me, I'm sorry. Well, that's fine. He's allergic to cats, if I recall. Yeah. Great way to use cat litter. Mike says, I do need to stop by, though. It's been too long. Just too much crap going on recently.
Yeah. Yeah, but I bet when there's a car show out this way, you'll come out. All right. I'm going to use some of this paint brushed on that part.
Nope, no cat wool. Yeah. Yeah, you shouldn't have cats if you're allergic. That makes sense. Marble. No, it's one shell.
I still don't like the paintbrush.
I'm like itching to get my own hands in there, remembering how it was when I built my propane fort.
It feels ooky gooky.
Mike says he has about $900 of 316L stainless sitting on the floor in his garage right now.
What are you building, Mike?
Nice. Yeah, what are you building? 316L.
It's a grade of stainless.
Hmm.
Don't ask me. I don't know this stuff by heart.
Okay. Well, I don't know. You're the blacksmithing expert.
No. Expert? No. No.
Compared to me, yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow, that metal is so smooth that it slides off.
Well, it's also thin. This stuff.
True. That's true.
Like I said, it's actually kind of like having combination rigidizer and refractory cement at the same time.
Benadryl helps, but it makes you sleepy. Benadryl cream. The turbo manifold I fabricated for the big block.
Ah.
That's what the metal's for.
So what? It's just taking up space now? You don't have a plan for it? Good idea. All right. That's one face covered and rigidized, if you will.
So cats suck, lol, even the hairless ones. My dad has two.
Who's that saying that?
That was Ben, who's allergic to cats.
Poor guy.
Turn on the side, let gravity help.
I'm going to. After I get the bottom done, we're going to do it on the side. Oh, you mean upright? Wait a minute, ask him. Does he mean upright?
Do you mean upright?
Oh, he could probably hear me.
Oh, yeah. 316 is stainless, but not hardening, so not good for blades.
Oh, I don't plan on ever using stainless for blades, ever. There is such a thing as stainless blades, but...
It's marine grade, though.
Which means it won't degrade in salt water, or water in general, but salt water especially.
I wasn't happy with those manifolds, so it has new ones on it as of yesterday. That was Mike.
Got it. Nice. Congrats. Know what he's been doing with his spare time?
Manifolds.
Mike has his own channel, but you're not going to figure out that it's his channel from what you're seeing right now, where he's posted some really cool car upgrades.
Yeah. Oh, we can hear you too, Lil.
All right.
Thanks, Mike.
That looks good. We're going to go around and do this side on the floor. Actually, you know what, guys? I don't think it's too thin after all. Not for the way it behaves.
I used cast 90 to asterisk schedule 40 well LS that were meant for the food industry.
Ah, why?
Jeff said looking good.
Oh yeah, because you can see down the barrel, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Or he could.
Right now, you can see it on the screen.
Oh, yes. That barrel, yes. Good thing I moved the mic.
Yeah. I'm making a mess. That's the plan. I can tell you one thing with the Castelite. I put it on way thicker.
Now shirtless. That's what Ben said.
Who's shirtless?
No, I think.
Oh,
he's
you
talking
want
about
me to be shirtless now? What? I'm not stripping for you, Ben. Not without dollar bills.
They were the radius I needed.
Ah.
That's why Mike did it. What's with the little thing on your screen that says like vicious bits?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
On your stream thing, you have a little text box here that says vicious bits. It's like been here the whole time.
Where?
Right here. Where my this thing.
I have no idea what that is.
Do you want to delete it?
Yep.
Or, okay.
No, leave it alone because it could. Yeah, delete it.
Okay. I think that's just.
Yep, like
click
that.
on it and then hit delete.
Yep.
No, that's last sub.
Oh, then don't.
Then no.
That's cool.
We want to move it. Then?
Well, just leave it alone. I don't care.
Leave it alone. Okay.
I'll figure it out later. I don't. That's cool to know that. It tells me my last sub.
Yeah.
I hadn't been paying attention to that feature. Okay.
Ben said, "Let's get this party started." Yeah, you want you shirtless.
Well, Ben's used to knowing what it means to want.
Okay.
If I were
Vicious Bits sounds like a good name for one rooster of yours.
One rooster doesn't exist anymore that used to be that way.
Yeah. Dang, they didn't make a push button, so my joke won't work. Oh, wait, they didn't push a button. Yeah, they didn't push a button. Get used to disappointment, Ben.
See? Cause your wife never mind, that's bad.
Whoa, you what?
Sorry, Ben. That was a low blow. Whoa.
Thomas, he didn't go for it. Next plan. That's what Ben said.
Alright. That takes care of that. Now we're gonna set it on its side. It is triangular shape after all. Do it again on side 2.
I have no dollar bills. Sorry, Jack. You'll have to keep the shirt. Every blow is a low blow for Ben.
He a little fella. Not too little, I don't think, but he a little fella.
Calling him short.
He is vertically challenged.
Vertically challenged.
And there's nothing wrong with that. You have a vertically challenged sister, so I mean.
I just haven't heard that insult. Damn.
Who said that?
That was the other Daniel. Crawford. Oh, I live in disappointment. Old Chrissy will side with you.
Wait, who said that?
Ben.
Ah.
No, Shane. No, Ben. That was Ben. Shane said, some blows miss. He can duck as low as an ankle. Sounds like Jared is enjoying the stream. No, I'm enjoying it. I've not enjoyed it. I'm up to 5'1".
Well, that's
a whole foot lower than me.
Don't look down on the short. I mean, I know you can't help
I can't help it. Yeah, I can't help it. If I looked straight, I'd look over them. Ben, get up. Get off that step stool. I mean, if he's 5'1", he's just going to keep getting shorter, right? That's how it works with age, right?
All of us, right?
Yeah, you're just going to start getting shorter. Wouldn't it be down to 5'1"? I got a good one for you. I'm not calling you fat. I'm just saying you're really, really, really easy to see. Nah, that's good. No, I would be horizontally challenged at that point. But my buddy Eric was 6'5" in 7th grade. His wife today is 4'11".
Wow.
6'5" in the 7th grade means he's got to be up to like 6'10", maybe? Unless you just stop growing. But holy cow, those stools stay slow. What was it? Thomas, you talked about me. Ben may be vertically challenged, but I've seen him take down a moose. Wow. He hasn't grown an inch since I've known him. No, I just started where I'm gonna end. Started where I'm gonna end. Oh, okay. Started.
All right. It's looking good. It did seem really thin, but I'm now thinking it was kind of perfect. All right. When it's all done, I can wipe off the steel.
Jeff says he's 6'3" and his current wife is 5 foot.
My wife is 5'3", I think.
And you're like 6.
Between 6'1", depending on when they're measuring me, and whether my back is hurting or not.
Ah. He attacked me. I had to drop my beer. Crawford, I think you misspelled mouse. He can take down a mouse. No, he meant moose. No. As in Moss. As in Daniel Moss.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Jared, that moose is old play for Daniel Moss of British Blacksmith. Okay.
Yeah. I loved watching Daniel's videos. I miss seeing his cheery face and disposition and excellent skills.
Yeah.
And you know what? I trusted him because he's a blacksmith.
Mike said, Jack, that was the perfect opportunity to say whether I was lying down or not. I'm 5'7". Most of my family is 5 and under.
He's talking about Mike, right? Am Mike saying this?
No, that was Shane.
Oh.
Mike was the other one. Let's make it a quart of Dan's. The mooses came right at him. It's moose. Hey, Jack and chat. Oh, wait, who was that? Danimals.
Oh, okay. What'd he say?
He said, hey, Jack and chat.
Oh, that's Dan.
Okay.
That's another Dan.
He had to take him down 3 Daniels. I'm 5'8". This is Gerald. I'm 5'8", and my current wife is 5'3". She has been my current wife for 46 years, 8 months and 3 weeks. Holy cow! Nice.
Huzzah!
Really nice.
Haven't killed each other yet.
Yeah. Penny has it on video, lol. That was Ben. Hi, Daniel. We have a court of Dans. Hey, Daniel and Daniel. Hey, Daniel the third. Hi, third Daniel. Animals, howdy, Kevin. Everyone's saying hi to each other.
So we need Dan Moss to show up now. Ben, you're his friend. Tell him to get in here.
It's actually looking good. That's what Jeff said. I'm here at the farm. I checked back when I'm done. That's Thomas. Congrats, Kevin. Dan is my homeboy. Funny story how we met. That was Ben.
I know. Because he is his homeboy. And I don't know which home he's talking about, but... Alright.
I love how his name's Danimal's Creation in advance. Cheers.
Alright.
Any like relationship to the Danimals as in like the...
No.
No. Okay.
Yes. Unless I missed something, I don't think he and the food company have anything to do with each other.
Okay. Ben, did Dan step on you? That ceramic fiber wool must be thirsty.
Yeah.
Can you guys just start calling me Daniel? That's what Ben said. Stockholm Syndrome. I'll text him. I miss Mr. Moss as well. Great guy. That's what Crawford said. What happened with...
Oh, he's just been busy, I think.
Ah.
He being an actual blacksmith, paying the bills.
Oh, okay. Well, no, a friend gave me the nickname, never knew about the yogurt till a good while after. Got it.
I love that they gave me a paintbrush, but I'll tell you this. I don't think the paintbrush is the way to go. This stuff is not conducive for painting. And based on watching the guys that play Minecraft in their backyards, I should probably be rubbing water over the surface of this now just to smooth it.
Ben said I told him to get his ass in here.
Nice.
Don't forget to get up the holes there.
Yeah, he's right. That's the hardest part, though, is those holes. Now that I've done this, they wanted to close up a bit. Here. Good call out, though, because I had forgotten about that.
The third Daniel says, I'm moving into a new house in a couple weeks. It has a workshop, so I'll be able to get back to making things. Yay.
Awesome.
Good to hear, Daniel. Yep. Very good to hear.
Getting into the holes is not easy. Let's turn it on the holes and see if that helps. While also keeping them from being dirty inside.
Playing with mud is so cool.
It is. That's what you all came to see in the channel today, wasn't it? Me playing with mud?
Okay, if he shows up, I was talking all kinds of shit about him. Get your fingers in there, deep as you can. That's what Mike says.
Uh-huh. That's what I'm doing, getting them nice and wet.
That's what she said, Ben.
Of course. How would that not be the appropriate response?
Where are you moving, Daniel? I'm heading to just outside Houston, Texas. That's what Shane said.
That's where Shane's going, yeah.
Yeah, Houston, Texas. Wow. You can catch me here every Sunday at 9 a.m. PDT, noon
That's me.
That's elements. I guess is
That's
that just an
stream.
automatic thing?
I got to set up to do that every so often.
Nice.
Like every hour, I think it is, unless there's a lot of talk.
Yeah, that was the first time I've ever seen it. So.
Yeah.
Mud pies in the smithy.
Mud pies in the smithy.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
If I knew I could grow up to play with mud pies, well, I would have done exactly what I already did.
EDT. Oh, Eastern. Why can't I remember the D of
Daylight, but it shouldn't
Daylight
be daylight
time.
anymore. It should be standard. I never changed that.
I always do PST.
That's what we are right now. It's PST.
Oh, I didn't know you had to change it. I've
Yeah.
always just used PST. I didn't know that you.
PST is right here in this area.
Yeah.
You know, West Coast.
Yeah.
EST is
East Coast.
East Coast.
Yeah.
PDT is Pacific during daylight savings.
Oh, I've never messed with that. Because everybody hit the like button. Yeah, hit that like button. Smash it. I don't know. Whatever you say.
Smush it.
Smush it.
Smush it nice.
Hit it with a hammer.
There you go. Everybody's got one of those.
Staying just 3.5 miles away from where I'm currently at. Just east of OKC.
Oklahoma City. The city that's okay.
Okay. Remember to work the burner holes in well so that the burners will go in without getting stuck.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm working on now. Making sure that it's clean after I got that stuff mud in there. All right, it's time to flip it over and see how much of a mess I did make of the burner holes.
You better eat one.
Who's eating one?
I don't know. Ben said you better eat one. And then Mike said in the 405. Are you saying eat the like button? Or eat the burner hole? Or the mud pie? Which one? I don't know. There's so many things.
He's probably going for the mud pie. Ben jokes oftentimes are a little slower than the rest.
Okay.
And we are delayed, so when we say things...
Oh, I know we're delayed. Unless you put like ultra low, whatever the heck, latency.
No, even then,
I do that.
Restream has a delay of some sort.
Oh, you can probably set that. Eat mud pie.
You don't eat your own mud pie, you feed it to somebody.
I'm not eating it.
Jared?
No.
Jared?
No.
It's my birthday.
No. I don't want to be filled with cement. I'm fine. Not sure yet. It's kind of hostile. That's what Ben said. You're not lagging that much. Yeah, I think we're...
It's not lag. It's a matter of there's
delay.
delay.
Stream delay.
Yeah.
It's like, we'll say something now, and then
They'll get it in about...
you'll get it about 7 seconds or so.
Yeah. Okay, I think I've got it so that it's packed well around the outside of the burner, not inside the burner. About the only thing I probably should have done is kept some in reserve for patching. There's literally nothing left.
Come on, Jared. He's a team player, dude. No. I blame Yamez, so you're good. That's what Ben said. Slower.
Yamez.
You are behind. What? We're behind? You're behind? The cement isn't going to jump on you, Jared. I'm not going to eat it.
He doesn't love me.
It's not lagging. It just takes Ben a little bit to process. That's true. He also did say that joke after like a couple more messages came through, so it's not even the lag at that point.
Oh, come on.
Takes some of us a few minutes to get it. but that is a different situation. No, feed it to Jack. I'm not gonna feed my father cement either. I kind of like my father. What's that about? I don't know, but.
He thinks I'm cool. Nobody else does, but he does.
He is.
Passing.
Yeah, you could pass for cool, I guess. Hey, if I could send you some of the things I send you and you laugh at them, I think you're cool. My jokes are 5 minutes ahead of you. I'm in the future. Sure you are, Ben. It's his birthday. No, that's not you feeding it to him.
Okay. That is it. If that's not good enough, well, tough. Had its butt.
Whoa. I missed a couple things. Sorry.
All good.
Did Mr. Volcano stop selling on Amazon? They don't show up.
I haven't seen them there for a little bit. I was looking for them at 1.2.
If I stumble upon something horrible / disgusting on Instagram, I always forward it to Jack.
That must be Shane.
No, that's Mike.
Mike.
You're not Adam Speargrass Ben. Weren't there candles on the mud pies? As I recall, you want the holes to be, what is that? Conical?
Conical?
Outward from the burner jack. I forget the word for why, but hopefully you know what I mean. Ben said, are you sure? Candies on mud pies could just be contributions from cats. Ben said I'm white.
Who is?
Ben.
Ben's white?
Yeah, apparently.
Well, if he says so.
Oh, candles, not candies. Yeah, Mike. I think they said candles, unless I read it wrong. Adam made me an honorary Australian. It makes a flared end for the straight burner, Dan, but Weber doesn't do that.
Yeah, I was going to say, they didn't give me any kind of special instruction at all for this. So I'm just going to keep it clear enough to have the burner sit in it, but also be insulated so it's not blowing the super Castellite or whatever they're calling it.
Ben says, sure, I don't know anything but flared burner, question mark? Flared burner.
Yeah, they're talking that he's replying to what you wrote, what you said earlier.
No, what's a flared burner?
It depends on the burner, but it's straight or flared.
Okay. Mike said.
In this case, it would be flared inward.
Bag, question mark. He's asking Crawford though, so. But Ben said interesting, so that's good too. Flared.
All I'm doing now is doing a little wet wipe of the surfaces with the leftover to smooth it. Just like I said, I saw done in other videos. Just makes for a prettier facing, smoother facing, hopefully more resilient facing. We'll see. If stuff starts falling off as I use it, will know I didn't know what I was talking about. I mean, we all know that already anyway, so.
Who knows what they're talking about?
I know what I see on the TV. I'm not a doctor. Alright. That seems pretty good. We have no real risk of freezing. So I'm just going to let it sit here. And
say wet wipe again. What's wrong with you saying wet wipe?
Because wet wipe has multiple meanings, duh.
Oh.
Alright.
My forced air burner needs flared ends so the combustion happens further out from the end of the burner rather than inside.
He's doing a Bernoulli principle.
Good afternoon, mateys. New person.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that Daniel?
Smrett.
Oh, no, that's Jurgen.
Jurgen, okay.
Hey, Jurgen!
You're late. Dry by next week.
Yeah. No, I don't know if it'll be dry by next week, but...
What do you mean it won't be? Didn't it say 12 hours?
Yeah, but we're in the humid northwest.
Grab a shop towel if you're going to pick it up.
I'm going to. No, I'm going to actually wipe it off with a shop towel. We're in the humid Pacific Northwest. Nothing dries.
Crawford said, "Damn it, Jack, I'm a doctor, not an engineer." Well,
Yeah, right?
Jurgen. Everyone's saying hi again. It's going to be that for a bit. I know, everyone has to say hi. You gotta say hi. But now there's so many people saying that it's going to be a long list.
I honestly don't care if it's dirty. I just need a place to quench it. The dirt will fall to the bottom.
Okay. Or the cement.
In this case, it's cement, but whatever the dirt's composed of, and it won't cement anyway, because it's all wet and stuff.
Jurgen says hi to you.
All right. Grab a box. Wipe this thing off.
Jack, that table is plastic.
Yeah, I know. Why?
Well, it's about to be stone. He didn't say that, but still.
Well, we're in the Pacific Northwest. Getting stoned is legal.
Oh my god. What kind of? Can I start throwing rocks at people I don't like?
Well, there's some folks in the state that might think so, but
Hey, you know that's a stoning.
I know.
So, they make it legal. I don't know. There's some
crazies here. I know.
Yeah.
Not nice people. Let's just call them that.
Yeah. We don't even have snow yet. I bet it's wet as hell over there. Yeah. No.
It's
we only had 1 day of snow, and it wasn't even that long.
We had ice for a few days.
Yeah. Jack, on a serious note, is that an actual refractory cement, or is it satinite itself?
I can tell you it has grit. That's about all I can tell you. They don't tell me what's in the bag.
Let the cement dry, and you can pop it. Pop it off the plastic. Got it. Only granite.
I honestly can't tell because the bag didn't have anything on it except some instructions. Jared, you threw the bag out there, right?
Yeah, it's somewhere.
Double check it. Maybe I'm wrong.
It said refractory cement.
Yeah, I mean, it comes in.
That's it.
The bag just says refractory cement and how much water to mix with it.
Yeah, that's it.
By weight. So
It's a secret recipe.
I mean, here's what I got to say about it. You probably are getting your money's worth. your money goes pretty far with Vivor.
Well, what was the point of the gloves and mask earlier if you're just gonna pick it all up with your bare hands now?
The mask was for the KO wool because I don't trust them to tell me that it's not the kind that hurts your lungs. As far as the gloves, it just makes it easier. It didn't get under my fingernails.
Where do you get this top secret stuff?
It came from Vivor.
So you gotta buy a Vivor to get it, I guess.
It was part of the kit. Like I said, you get your money's worth from them, for sure. The other folks that I bought from, the Devil's Forge, their build quality, serviceability, serviceability over time was lousy. This one's not. The fact is, it came with rigidizer and definitely the KO wool that causes, mesothelioma. This stuff is supposed to come with the super wool, not KO wool. So, but I took no risks there, whereas I did take risks with the other ones. So what can I tell you? Before I knew better, right?
Crawford says, it's most likely not satinite. Ben says, your money would help me more.
Here, let me show you up close that there are what appear to my eye to be ceramic particles in it, which for me, my experience with the Castelite 30, it's that ceramic that makes it so it's not just an insulator, but actually refractory. And of course, it's not just rigidizer. It's definitely not just rigidizer.
I can't.
What quality of it is, I don't know. What I think that it's going to be Castelite, I don't know. What I can tell you is, while Castelite by a 50-pound bag wasn't cheap, selling it in the little, what was it, 5 pounds? No, what did they give me? Yeah, 5-pound bag that they gave me. Like I said, it's hard to know for sure what's what, but it doesn't seem to be a bad material. It definitely has, the elements of refractory in it. Is it the highest quality stuff? I don't know. I'm just clearing out the tube of excess. And honestly, the gloves probably weren't necessary now that I've played with it enough. I probably would have been perfectly happy to make mud pies with my bare hands with this stuff.
You're right, Jack, I'm sure. Looks like a solid kit.
Yeah, I'm very pleasantly surprised. After my experience with the other, it was a Slavic brand is what I remember the Devil's Forge being. The hard part to understand with all of this is when you're buying a U.S. product, you don't have much choice but to pay more. We live in a nation that costs way too much. We're being ripped off by capitalism.
They should be required by OSHA to have an MSD sheet with both the wool and the cement. Probably in that booklet.
Maybe here.
I bet there is.
Here. I didn't see anything about instructions with it, but there was a whole bunch of stuff in there about specs. All right, I'm minimizing the amount of grit that's in the tube here. So everything should slide together real nice and clean. All right. Very good. Very good. Get back there. Very, very nice. Let's do the same over here. Push it back, push it back. I am making kind of a little conical, a kind of a flare, if you will, at the base. Just to push it back so it's not in the way.
No, it doesn't say anything about the
Materials at
material.
all?
The closest we get is the dimensions. The wall material is 304 stainless steel.
I thought so.
And
I
then
thought this looked like stainless.
the rigidized ceramic fiber. And just the sizes of things. They call it rigidized ceramic fiber, so that's what you get.
Oh. That's the stuff inside then, the super wool.
Yeah. Okay, let me catch up. I meant to include the booklet. I'll look when I go to work tomorrow. Jack, ballpark, what did it cost, sir?
100 and what did I say today? About 150 bucks?
150?
I think it was like 140 plus, of course, tax. So in my case, it's probably closer to 160.
I bet the C has it on file. Well, okay. Asbestos. So
That's why I wore the mask.
It is like KO wool, the same material. They just pre-treated with rigidizer.
Possibly. I mean, again, they don't tell you much. But there we go. It is now in its place. We'll let it sit there and see where we end up with that. Let me go ahead and give my table a little wash. You can even see the amount of grit that's involved as you thin it out on the table.
It'll make the floor stronger.
I doubt it. We'll see if it crunches when I walk on it next.
Reading through the MSDS sheet, it's not as bad as I expected. Right on, thanks. My son is looking for a gas burner now.
Yeah, I mean, I basically realized that there's, I can work only so fast while I'm having to stand there with the crank. And of course, I also like chatting with you guys. Might have to force Jared to get up early more often so he can come out here and be my chat moderator.
No.
See, and he said he thought I was cool.
Yeah, you're cool, just not cool enough for me to wake up early. You gotta remember, I stream late on Saturdays. For the fact that I get up late on Sundays.
He started live streaming games.
Over a 10-year study, employees exposed to ceramic fibers show no evidence of lung disease among those employees that have never smoked.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know.
Oh no, now the table would be fireproof. Well,
oh. Was that Ben?
no, that was Jeff.
Oh, okay. It was a good idea, Jeff. I could have just left it as is. Damn it. You're seeing a really unique situation here. I'm actually cleaning my tools. Okay. I'm trying to make sure I can close this thing when I'm done, you know?
Yeah.
That's one of the big things here. Like, that feels like it's stuck now. Probably because the legs are in the wrong place. This is the first time I'm using this table, too. I gotta be smarter than the table. Ah, look at that shit. That's smart. Alright.
So is humid in your shop or not?
Oh, yeah. There's The only place I could take it that's not humid is in the house. So it might be smart to carry it into the house.
Pacific Northwest, famous for humidity and rain.
Yep.
Rin's outside shop. Oh, interesting. Rats exposed to the maximum tolerated dose of fibers for 6 hours a day, 5 days a week for 24 months did develop progressive lung damage, cancer, and mesothelioma.
Oh, interesting.
Well, they say maximum tolerated dose, though, so
yeah, and
I don't think they're...
I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, interesting they went that far.
Rain out of a bowl. Damn it, Jeff, my thunder. Steal my thunder. Rince?
Rant?
R-I-N-C. Is it R-I-N-C? Rinse?
No.
I didn't think
No.
so. I thought there was an S in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An S, not a C. Who
Rince.
said that?
Boar.
Ah, that's Rob. These people with their cute...
Rinse.
Yeah. But I got to show you the
Rinse.
When I say my shop floor is dirt and it's not level, here, let me show you.
Oh my god.
So obvious.
Whee.
This way just a hair, so I can show it all. Come on. There we go. Stable. You tell me if they can see. Here we go.
Now they can. And the cat.
Thomas isn't here to see it, but yeah. Dirt floor. No,
You have 100-pound tanks, right? So you shouldn't have to tandem the tanks for frosting, right?
I do it anyway, because what the hell, why not?
And or missed an E. Well, you missed an S, not an E. You said Rince. You missed it. Well, I mean, you did miss an E earlier with Rins. They did say Rins earlier, so yeah. And of course, the cat walks through the water.
Yeah. He's an outdoor cat. He's
We
used
could
to
pour
it.
concrete pad there. That's what Mike said.
I know, I've been thinking about it. Seriously.
Well, move to the good side of Washington, like me, lol.
Is that the hot side? Or are you talking up the hill, where you lose power all the time? Is that Mike said that?
No, that was Ben.
Oh, Ben, that's not the good side of Washington. That's the crazy side of Oregon. No, wait a minute. Yeah.
Are you talking about Olympia or what?
No, he lives in Oregon.
Oh, he lives in Oregon. Yeah, that's Oregon, not Washington. Good side of Washington.
I'm on the good side of Washington. I stay on this side of the mountains for a reason.
Yeah. Apparently rain brings stability.
But I love the green, so I don't mind the wet. Really. That's what I am living my dream at this point. I live where I can see the mountains. I actually can see the super volcano out of my kitchen window.
Which means we're in the blast radius?
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No,
if
it
you
doesn't.
can see the volcano can see you.
No, we're on the, what's the name of the...
We have volcano insurance for a reason.
No, we don't.
We don't?
No.
I thought we had a volcano
No.
insurance.
What's the name of the lava flow, though? Not the lava flow, the other part of the flow. The lavar. Lavar? No. There's a name for it. That's that part of the flow you know that basically takes the whole sides of hills off as it's just moving away from the. We're not near the blast area.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, that's a super volcano, so I don't know.
Oh, we went past time.
Yeah, we did.
I didn't get my notification. My watch must be not signed in.
Your
Oh, it
message
was
came
off.
in 10 minutes
Okay.
before.
Well,
But you were still doing the thingy.
ladies and germs, I hope you had some fun with me today. I had fun with you. And it was very much fun to have Jared being able to read the chat with me so I could continue to work while chatting with you. So
You could put
big
voice to
thanks-
speech on.
Big thanks to Jared. One of these days I might play with the voice to speech thing, but I definitely have to use my headphones for that.
Yeah.
And just, big thank you to everybody involved.
and hopefully see you again next week. And I don't know. I'm going to take the forage inside and see if it cures in 24 hours inside. I doubt it. But if it does, won't that be great? Until next week, same bat time, same bat channel, and love and light.